Well, good morning, and welcome to the Daniel Sauls Show, where you will witness sports talk and debate from yours truly, Daniel Sauls. Well, there's nothing else left for me to say, so let's get started! Woo! This is a question. And this is why I do this show. For these types of questions right here. Man, let's get into it. If LeBron wins his 5th title this year, will that solidify him as the GOAT? Well, no, it won't, because to me, he's already the GOAT. But for doubters and haters, most definitely it will. He's going into his 21st season, and he's coming off of getting swept in the Western Conference Finals to the eventual NBA champion, Denver Nuggets. And that was a really good team. And we all know what Nikola Jokic did. We all know how he performed. The numbers that he put up were unlike anyone else. And he is now among one of the top 20 players ever. I think that's fair to say. And he is definitely in his prime. Western Conference Finals, he did get swept. And he was 38 years old. And yes, LeBron did get swept in the Western Conference Finals by said man. But for the age of 38, I just want to tell you what he averaged. He averaged 27.8, 10, and 9.5. So he was averaging basically 28 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. At age 38, in his 20th season, playing with a team that really he only played with as a whole team for like less than half the season. So the fact that they got all the way to the Western Conference Finals tells you something, especially when we already know Anthony Davis is not their leader. Just because he's the most inconsistent player in the league. He still is. And if it wasn't for D'Angelo Russell averaging 6.3 points in that series, they would have won that series. The only game they would have lost was game 1. And the rest of them they could have won. If he would have averaged 15 plus, they would have won that series. Because everyone else on that team did their job. Everyone. Everyone did their job besides him. D'Angelo Russell sold this series, and if he would have averaged 15 plus, they would have gone to the finals. LeBron would have gone to his 11th finals, and he would have probably won that finals, and it would have been a rematch of the 2020 finals. Heat versus Lakers. And he would probably have another ring right now, but he doesn't. But with all that being said, I'm going to tell you why LeBron is the GOAT to me, and then I'm going to get into the question for you guys. So, the GOAT to me is LeBron James. When LeBron James entered the league at age 18, obviously, coming out of high school and didn't go to college, he was already recognized as the chosen one. He had it tattooed on his back. He is the guy. Sports Illustrated crowned him the king and named him the chosen one before he even entered the league. And in his 4th season in the league, the age of somebody that would be drafted in the league, 22, is how old he was when he led the Cavaliers to the finals, the championship game, in which they got swept against a dynasty Spurs team led by a prime Tim Duncan. That was not his fault that they lost that series. He did everything he could. A young LeBron, not even in his prime yet, brought a terrible Cavs team to the finals, which is something that Jordan never did. It is something he could not do. Even though he was individually a great player, probably better than LeBron, he did not have the leadership. He did not have the power. He did not have anything that could bring that team to the finals. Before he got Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson, there was nothing he could do to bring them to the finals because he could not. Getting out in the first and second round, LeBron was going to the finals with a team that is debatably even worse than the team Jordan had before Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen. I'd also like to say that LeBron has been to 10 NBA Finals. He's been to 10. Okay? He's won 4. And if it wasn't for D'Angelo Russell last year selling, he'd probably have another ring, so it'd be 5. And if it wasn't for Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love getting injured in the 2015 Finals, he'd have 6. Because we all know they would have won that series. They were up 2-1 when Kyrie and Kevin Love went down. So, well, Kevin Love was already injured at that point, but Kyrie Irving wasn't. And if it wasn't for Kyrie Irving getting injured, they would have won that series. So, he should have 6 rings right now, and he doesn't. And I know that that's reality. He does not have 6 rings. He has 4. But the luck, the teams, the coaches that LeBron James had to play for, had to play through, it's not the same. It is not comparable to the luxury that Michael Jordan had when he had the greatest coach of all time and when he had the greatest duo in the history of the league, when he had amazing role players that can do their job, that are willing to do their job in order to win. LeBron never had that luxury ever in his career. And he still has 4 rings, and he still brought terrible teams to the finals, and he still went to 10 finals. That is what he did, something Jordan could never do. So if Jordan is as good as everyone says he is, then why did he not get to 10 finals? He couldn't. Everyone says if he wouldn't have retired in those 2 years in between the three-peats, he'd have had 8 straight. No, he'd have probably got 7. He wouldn't have beat the Rockets the second time. There's no way they'd have beat the Rockets. That would have been the best team he might have ever faced in a finals because the teams he faced in the finals were not good. They were not good. LeBron James faced way better opponents in the finals than he did. Jordan had a luxury throughout his entire career of getting to the finals. 6 years, he played against terrible teams in the finals. The only team that is even worth talking about is the Utah Jazz. And that's because they had Karl Malone and John Stockton around their primes. He played against Magic Johnson when he was late in his career to win his first ring. And Gary Payton was the best player on the Sonics. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Gary Payton. I mean, he's a great, an all-time great, but he's not amongst Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant. No, he's not. Not even close. Tim Duncan? No. So for me, I just feel like LeBron had less and did more with less, and Jordan took advantage of what he had. But then we're going to go into the question. If LeBron wins this 5th title, will he be the GOAT? And to me, for other people that don't believe he's the GOAT already, it should solidify him as the GOAT because LeBron would have led the best team he has ever played for. This is the best team he has ever played for. Okay? I just want to name out the roster. Him, AD, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell if he doesn't sell, Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent, which is a clutch three-point shooter, Jared Vanderbilt, which is a clutch defensive lockdown player, Jackson Hayes, which can protect the rim. You got Cam Reddish, which is good overall, and that Prince dude, which he's a hybrid of a big man, small forward. He can shoot the 3. He's all around good. That is the best team LeBron has ever played for. That is the best team he has ever been in. 100%. So if he wins the finals, that means he would have led a team in his 21st season, the best team he's ever played for in his 21st season, and won the finals. That would be the greatest accomplishment he has ever had. That would, without a doubt, solidify him as the GOAT. Because not only does he have longevity on his side, but he would have led a good team and won the finals. And let's not act like, oh, well, if he wins the finals, then he's going to have a cakewalk to the final. No, he wouldn't. Because he has to go through the Nuggets. He might have to go through the Mavericks or the Warriors or, the Suns. And in the East, if when he plays somebody in the finals, you got the Celtics. You got the Bucks with Giannis and Dame Dalla. Are you kidding me? No, this would be probably his hardest championship to win. This would be, without a doubt, the hardest championship he would ever have to win. This is it. If LeBron cannot do it this year, his race is over with going to the finals or a run for the finals. This is it. This is the last year he has any shot of that. This is it. This is it. I'm Daniel Sauls, the host of the Daniel Sauls Show, and I'll be back with another video for y'all guys very soon once again.